The second story we're going to do tonight, which is about our hairless leader making a cowardly move.
Prime Minister isn't going to Waitangi next year. Christopher Luxon will instead...
There is something wrong in the world when I'm going to be at Waitangi and the Prime Minister is not. There is something...
First. That's why Luxon's not going.
Yeah, scared of me.
Why?
Scared of me. Calling you out.
Mark our National Day elsewhere. The head of the Waitangi National Trust has labelled the move disappointing, while organisers of the recent hikoi say they don't want him there anyway. Political editor Mikey Sherman has more.
Yeah, bro,
Waitangi
stay away.
this year was explosive.
You and your shitty ass bill are going down the toilet. So stop the crap. Stop the nonsense.
The government held to account.
We will keep talking, sometimes boisterously.
But with
Just not this Waitangi.
Boisterously?
Yeah.
Sometimes boisterously.
Just not February 2025.
February just around the corner, Christopher Luxon spent all week.
And check out the cowardly nature. Waited till the day after Parliament had closed to then announce it. And even though he was still in Wellington, refused to talk to the media. What a coward.
Tiptoeing around this question.
Are you planning to attend Waitangi next year?
Look, I've had a number of invitations. I haven't yet made a decision. Again, I haven't made a decision
To
about
what?
that. As I said yesterday, I've had several invites from iwi across the country.
A day after Parliament had shut down for the year, he made a call. He's not going.
As far as I'm concerned, there is no other place to be on Waitangi Day than at Waitangi itself. So in that case, I'm very disappointed.
He says the Prime Minister phoned him an hour before the decision went public.
I know there's a whole lot of pressures on the government, the Prime Minister, but at the Waitangi National Trust, we want to keep holding those conversations as heated as they may get.
The Prime Minister says it's always been his intention to celebrate Waitangi Day with different iwi.
I don't know if I call him a coward, I'd just say it's a little bit pathetic.
I think it's a gutless decision. I think it shows the Prime Minister's lack of commitment towards the relationships with tangata whenua and Aotearoa.
Despite the Prime Minister being in Wellington today, he refused to front up to media, leaving Labour to argue Christopher Luxon is simply running away from his problems.
Now, this has been a heck of a year. They've been attacking Māori just about every couple of weeks in terms of legislation.
Hikoi organisers say they don't want anyone from government at Waitangi, but with the Māori Queen in attendance, others believe the Prime Minister should be too.
I believe that you front up. This is our Queenie's very first time at Waitangi.
Helen Clark, John Key and Bill English all refused to attend Waitangi at various times. The Prime Minister's office today confirming the latest snub isn't due to safety concerns.
Whether he likes it or not, he is the leader. He needs to front up, and with that accountability comes scrutiny and pressure.
Winston Peters and David Seymour say they will attend Waitangi with no confirmation on where Christopher Luxon will go. Mikey Sherman, One News.
I think XLD knows where he's going to go. Chewie, you said it the other night, I think. He's going to Te Puke. He'll be in Te Puke / Hawaii is where he's going to be. How about we throw the ball to the youngins for the first time for this conversation, Chewie?
This is all Magenta.
Magenta, thoughts?
I mean, I am the Māori in the room. Like, it's probably good for the white people to go after me. Not gonna lie, but yeah, I mean, let's be real. It's our first Queenie's Waitangi. That in of itself, on top of everything he has done to Māori this year, it just feels like the cherry on top, like the stamp on the envelope to say, yep, fuck you. I don't actually give a shit about you. I don't care about the racial division that's happening. And I'm going to pretend that I'm sharing my time, equally. Like, what a dog whistle. It's just gutless. He's job nuts. And, I mean, we don't want him there, but the thing is, it should be up to us to reject him. Bah! I was honest when I saw that, I was just fuming. I was furiously typing to many people, just another example of how he sucks at this job. He really just sucks.
He does.
He could at least, there's so many times where he could have done things to position himself just so much better, so they could at least try to pretend and gaslight us better. Like, I've had exes who have been better at gaslighting than this. Like, honestly, like F.
Chewie, you got a rave or a rant?
Oh, I've got so many thoughts. I knew this was coming. Because why would you say at any point I haven't made up my mind?
Yeah.
Like, I haven't made up my mind was that weak, half telegraphing what you're going to say anyway. Just make a decision. But you can't even be decisive about that. So you fumbled that because you didn't want that being injected into the final day of Parliament. So you get lots of invites. I'm a very popular guy. But yes, not recognizing the political capital that's in front of him seems to have been like the vein that runs through this whole year. He can't recognize political capital if it's right in front of him, if it fucking bit him. This was his chance to come, like, knowing that this year has been incredibly divisive, that there's so many things against Māori. This is his chance that he could have poured some oil on that water and smoothed it all down a little bit. Yes, Waitangi can be a rambunctious place. It's not, it's not in the house. You can't call someone a racist or a liar, and that's why I think he's ducking it. I think he's too thin-skinned and he has no ability to deal with that.
Yeah.
And so he's going to go somewhere else. This is what I want to happen. Wherever he's going, I hope there is a mob. I hope that it isn't this lovely managed, we've found a friendly, quiet, civilized Waitangi celebration somewhere to Puki away from the cameras, and we'll stage a photo op. I hope he is mobbed. I hope he is confronted, as he would have been at Waitangi, about everything that he has allowed into the political discourse in this country over the last 12 months. He let Seymour do this.
Mm-hmm.
Not even a bottom line, not even a hard negotiation. He doesn't get it. He doesn't get race relations in this country. He doesn't see the ability to try and mend fences at this point or build bridges. He's not an engineer.
No, he built planes. That's why he's so good at running away.
I tried to trademark kia ora, because it's a magazine and with no other relevance. Like the flip side of this is, and this is sort of dovetailing into what you said, Magenta. It is Queenie's first Waitangi, and she can have it without this incapable, spineless, empty-shirted jellyfish man fucking it up for her. And I hope that is the focus of Waitangi if Luxon's not going to be there. I want this now to be, rather than Luxon's going to be there and we're going to get in his face and we're going to hold him to account and we're going to show him how angry we are. I want Waitangi to be a true celebration of what Māori have done this year to unite, to show force, to show face, to show mana, and we'll ignore him. Like, if Luxon's not going to be there, I don't care if anybody else is there now. Is Seymour going to be there? Don't care. Is Winston going to be there? Fuck him. The only people that can be at Waitangi next year are people that want Māori as part of our society, as part of how this country is, how it's going to be run, and what its future is. Not these old dinosaurs that want to tear it down. That's my hope now.